In 2026, researchers published the results of a clinical trial demonstrating that 6 weeks of targeted supplementation reversed the estimated cognitive age of adult brains by an average of 7.5 years. For many adults, the experience of aging includes a creeping sense of mental friction. This manifests as persistent brain fog, frequent memory slips, and a lack of restorative sleep. These neural delays are often the physical result of low magnesium levels. Because this neural is a required cofactor for over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, specifically those regulating cognitive and nervous system function, its absence directly impairs how neurons fire and communicate. This chart highlights the scale of the current deficiency. Compared to optimal levels required for neural health, over 80% of adults aged 70 and older lack an adequate supply of this mineral fuel. This localized starvation occurs even in those with magnesium-rich diets. Standard supplements reach the bloodstream that fail to navigate the physiological barriers that protect and isolate the brain. The central nervous system is guarded by the blood-brain barrier. It is a dense, selective cellular wall designed to protect the brain from toxins, but it also deflects most foreign compounds. Standard magnesium supplements cannot overcome this anatomical resistance. While blood concentrations of the mineral may rise, the brain tissue itself remains deprived, regardless of the dosage. To address this, neuroscientists developed Magnesium L-Threonate, a compound specifically engineered to traverse this gatekeeping tissue. The L-Threonate compound uses glucose transporters to bypass the barrier. By interlocking with these specific receptors, the molecule pulls magnesium ions through the wall and deposits them directly into the gray matter. Overcoming this bottleneck changes the mechanics of aging, transitioning magnesium from a general dietary mineral into a precision tool for neurological repair. Once it enters the brain, magnesium L-threonate acts as a second messenger, regulating the chemical signals that allow individual neurons to process and store information. This increases synaptic plasticity, the physical hardware capacity of your brain to grow new connections and adapt its internal architecture in response to learning. By saturating the neural environment, the compound stimulates the growth of new synapses to replace those that have degraded over time. To measure the impact of this growth, researchers conducted a double-blind, placebo-controlled trial involving 100 participants over a 42-day period. The study utilized the NIH toolbox to track performance, uncovering significant improvements in working memory, episodic memory, and visuomotor reaction speed. These cognitive gains are the external symptoms of a physical reconstruction process occurring inside the skull. The trial also focused on the autonomic nervous system, using Oura Ring biometric sensors to track participant physiology during sleep. The data showed a distinct physiological shift, a significant and sustained reduction in average resting heart rate throughout the night. This chart shows the correlation between that lower heart rate and an increase in heart rate variability, or HRV. This rise in HRV is a primary biological indicator that the nervous system has exited a state of stress. This creates a parasympathetic state, which is the specific physiological environment required for deep cellular repair and the consolidation of memory. Rejuvenating the brain requires 2 steps: active synaptic building during the day and deep autonomic recovery at night. By mapping these NIH cognition scores against standard aging data, researchers were able to calculate the estimated cognitive age of the participants. This graph illustrates the final result. While the standard human curve shows a steady decline in mental function, the group supplemented with magnesium L-threonate diverges sharply upward, representing an average reversal of 7.5 years of cognitive aging. Because this change stems from the physical density of the brain's neural network, the results represent a durable structural repair rather than the fleeting effects of a stimulant. These clinical protocols are now being studied as a primary defense against the onset of neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's and dementia. If you want to protect your brain and age healthier, subscribe to Vitality Protocol HQ for more science-backed longevity documentaries.